potentials and opportunities for investment and development. Nguyen, a distinctive land of talents, is well known not only as a revolutionary capital in the past, but also as a locality with diverse natural conditions and an economic and cultural center for all the mountainous provinces in northeastern Vietnam. Nguyen people are diligent, intelligent, creative and hospitable. Once you visit Nguyen, you will remember this land and its people, as well as the impressive sweet scent of its famous green tea. Along with these unique beautiful traits, Nguyen has developed the metallurgy and metal working industries, which have been attracting many domestic and foreign investors to the province. Nguyen province is located in the northeast of Vietnam, neighboring on the capital city Hanoi to the south, Vĩnh Phúc and Tuyên Quang provinces in the west, Lạng Sơn and Bắc Giang provinces in the east, and Bắc Cạn province in the north. The provincial capital is Nguyen City, 80 kilometers away from Hanoi and 50 kilometers away from the Nội Bài International Airport. Nguyen province covers a total natural area of more than 3,500 square kilometers with a population of over 1 million people belonging to 8 ethnic groups. The province has 9 administration units, including Nguyen City, Sông Cầu Town, and 7 districts, Phổ Yên, Phú Bình, Định Hóa, Phú Lương, Đại Từ, Võ Nhai, and Đồng Hỷ. Nguyen has long been considered a political, economic and cultural center of the whole Việt Bắc region. Holding a favorable geographic position, Nguyen is the entrance to the socio-economic and cultural exchange between the mountainous Midland and the Red River Delta through the road, railway and waterway systems that link the area and its neighboring provinces. Nguyen has favorable natural conditions in land and climate suitable for the development of many specialty plants, including the tea plant. Nguyen is famous for Tân Cương tea. The province now ranks second in the country with more than 15,000 hectares under tea plants. Nguyen province has established 30 tea processing units, and Nguyen tea has been exported to many countries in the world. The province is now using an ADB loan to develop new growing areas of high yield, good quality specialty. However, the province is still in need of advanced processing technologies for high-class tea for export, enabling Nguyen tea to be successfully marketed around the world and become a well-known brand name. Along with these specialty plants, Nguyen has also expanded the orchards of high-yield fruit like lychee, longan and Silex persimmon to a total area of more than 15,500 hectares, of which 8,000 hectares have already harvested good crops. In the future, Nguyen plans to further expand the area under orchard and for the specialty plant sector to make full use of land and labor resources, thereby creating an economic spearhead by the utilization of a combination of agroforestry and processing industry. Currently, Nguyen is pursuing a structural shift in economics based on industrial service and agroforestry, with more than 79,000 hectares of agricultural land, accounting for 22.35% of the total area, and a variety of high-yield rice strains. The province gains an annual food output of over 300,000 tons. So far, Nguyen has taken control over foods. In addition, Nguyen province is paying attention to livestock and cattle raising development. There is an abundant source of foodstuff supply for the local industrial parks and Hanoi capital city. Nguyen has seen the appearance of new farm models applying advanced techniques in animal husbandry. The province has also seen the development of processing units for export of frozen piglets, opening a new way of commercial production for farmers. Nguyen is a mountainous province having potential future strength in forestry with more than 73,000 hectares of natural forest and 40,000 newly grown forest, which is a favorable condition for the investment development of the wood processing sector. The Hoàng Văn Thụ paper mill in Nguyen province has recently invested in technological renovation, focusing on the production of high-quality paper like cement bagging. The mill has succeeded in raising the output as well as the quality and competitiveness of its products in both domestic and international markets through environmentally friendly production. A timber mill under the Vietnam Forestry Corporation has just been built and put into operation in Lieu Sa, Nguyen City. With state-of-the-art processing technologies, the mill is producing a variety of high-class timber resistant to termites, humidity and noise. The products are diverse in size and owing to their durability and aesthetic properties are suitable for use in home, in offices, hotels and restaurants. The main source of materials for the Thái Nguyên timber mill is locally available with an abundant supply for the future. Thái Nguyên also has great potential in mineral resources and areas for the production of building materials, including the La Hiên Võ Nhai limestone area. With a deposit of nearly 100 million cubic meters, the area provides limestones, construction materials and dolomite stones for cement production and export. Of the various types of stone deposits in Thái Nguyên, many are rare and used for steel production or as additives in the military industry. Thái Nguyên is rich in minerals with iron and titanium as black metals, tin, wolfram, lead, zinc, gold, copper, nickel, and mercury as non-ferrous metals. Many of these minerals, including gold, tin, and titanium, are exported to different countries in the world. Tin export alone brings about tens of millions of US dollars a year. Of particular interest is the exploration of a mine of wolfram in Đại Từ district, which has shown a world-class deposit. When this deposit is considered in conjunction with the operation of the 147 million US dollar Núi Pháo Đại Từ foreign investor project, utilizing both wolfram and multi-metal exploitation and processing, Vietnam will have its names on the world's list of wolfram exporters. With the favorable conditions for industrial development, including metallurgy, over the past 40 years, Thái Nguyên Iron and Steel Corporation (TISCO) have made big leaps forward from the modest annual output of thousands of tons of assorted steel in the early days. Currently, the corporation has got permission from the party and state to invest in technological renovation phase 1 to raise a flat steel output to 550,000 tons per annum and 700,000 tons in 2004. In November 2002, as the first rehabilitation phase was completed, TISCO officially kick-started the new production lines. Since then, TISCO has clearly seen the effectiveness of its investments through the improvement of productivity, quality and competitiveness in the domestic and regional markets. A producer of steel from iron ore deposits worked within Thái Nguyên province, TISCO is an important supplier of both industrial and construction steel in Vietnam. TISCO is going on with intensive investment in quality improvement and product diversification, particularly for high-class steel fabrication. Thái Nguyên has the country's second biggest coal mining area after Quảng Ninh province with fat coal and pit coal. Fat coal in Thái Nguyên is classified as rare as it is used for cooking coal production in the service of iron and steel refinery technology. Thái Nguyên coal reserves will serve as a main material source for the future Thái Nguyên thermal power plant. The abundant material source of the province has motivated the Vietnam Coal Corporation Vinacoal to build the plant. With a total investment capital of nearly 2,000 billion Vietnamese dong and employing the latest Chinese technology, the construction progress of the plant has been significantly increased. In the near future, Thái Nguyên thermal power plant will join the national power grid and provide an additional source of electricity supply, continuous and reliable, the better to serve customers' demands. In addition, the power sector of Thái Nguyên province has also invested in an upgrading program of the provincial electric network. By 2003, 100% of the communes, including those in remote and extremely difficult areas, will be accessed to the national electric power grid. This is considered to be yet another favorable condition for investors to the province. Thái Nguyên has big potential in materials for the production of building materials, particularly cement. Today, the La Hien cement plant is highly efficient and economical operation with its production closely linked to locally available material sources. The plant is now injecting more investment in new production lines and rotating kiln technology to raise the output to 200,000 tons and more. Recently, in Quang Commune, Dong Hỷ District, the Vietnam Industrial Construction Corporation in Thái Nguyên Province have decided to build a cement plant using the advanced rotating kiln technology. With the annual capacity of 1.5 million tons and the total investment of nearly 3,000 billion dong, the plant is a national-scale project approved by the Prime Minister. Once in operation, the plant will contribute to the provincial economic structural shifting and to the state budget revenues. Together with some central industrial production units now operating in Thái Nguyên, local businesses are also seeing increasing development. Among them is Cao Ngat Tunnel Brick Mill with a capacity of 20 million bricks a year. The plant is located in the material supply area of the construction of industrial buildings and multi-story buildings, thereby ensuring that all of its products are able to be sold at competitive prices. Thái Nguyên Garments Company is also focusing on investment in production expansion units, attracting a workforce of more than 1,500 and earning a revenue of over 20 billion dong a year, mainly from export. Thái Nguyên, with its abundant labor force, can easily accommodate and establish another 1 or 2 large-scale garment export units. Besides domestic investors, Thái Nguyên Province has also attracted many foreign investors from such countries and territories as Japan, Singapore, China, Malaysia, Taiwan, South Korea and Canada. These companies have all benefited from production effectiveness and resultant profitability. All local foreign invested businesses are welcomed to Thái Nguyên Province with hospitality and preferential policies. The province has offered them one-door policy and priorities in taxation, land rent and recruitment. During the operations, the businesses have received support from the provincial and local governments, notably through business forums and meetings with the provincial leaders. After the establishment of the iron and steel industrial zone, the first giant of Vietnam's metallurgy sector, Thái Nguyên decided to set up the Sông Công Industrial Park in Sông Công Township. The park belongs to the industrial ring of Hanoi with special relation to the development of industrial parks in northern Vietnam. The Sông Công IP covers an area of 320 hectares. Among the businesses now operating in the IP is a medical equipment plant number 2, the Sông Công Diesel plant, the automobile spare parts factory number 1, Mani Mei Pha. The products of these factories are now winning and maintaining prestige in the world markets and have established a firm foothold at home as well as abroad. The establishment of the Sông Công IP meets investors' demand for construction land for the factories. Right at the first stage, a total investment of roughly 77 billion dong was spent on the infrastructural building of the 70-hectare IP, thus attracting new projects by investors from inside and outside the province, in addition to those from abroad. Investment licenses have been implemented through the one-stop-shop policy at the Thái Nguyên IP's Management Board. Thái Nguyên Province gives special encouragement investment to projects in the Sông Công IP in the fields of industrial, mechanical manufacturing, electronics and high-tech application. In addition to concentrated IPs, Thái Nguyên is now building small IPs in the city and outlying districts, and more ground is being allocated for new projects by all economic sectors. The People's Committee of the Thái Nguyên Province has approved the master plans for nearly 25 small IPs in these areas. These preferential policies have recently attracted another great number of investors. including the Vĩnh Food and Drink Processing Company Limited, located in small-scale Nam Phoi Yên IP. This domestic investors has a huge investment capital with modern equipment and technology, and it has put into operation a high-quality milk factory, managing itself within the material area and attracting farmers in Nguyen to join its production and material supply. The operation of the factory has successfully motivated the dairy cattle husbandry in Nguyen to further exciting development. Nguyen is also known for its tourism potential with numerous tourist attractions, notably the Nguyen Lake Resort, nearly 16 kilometers from the center of Nguyen, ideal for visitors. The Nguyen Lake Resort, with picturesque and poetic scenery, is considered to be a Hạ Long Bay in the mountains. It features remote islands and primitive forests. Tourists can row boats on the blue water surface of the lake and visit many man-made architectural works reviving various folk legends, including those embedded in this land for thousands of years. Every year, the Nguyen Resort receives tens of thousands of visitors who come for sightseeing and relaxation. The resort also has excellent facilities for domestic and international conferences and seminars. Today, Nguyen Province has made a master plan for tourism development. Accordingly, infrastructure will be upgraded to facilitate travel for the modern and discerning tourists, including the development and organization of short and long-term tourist itineraries. Visitors may also like to call at the Định Hóa Buffer Zone, a revolutionary capital during the past Resistance War. The area still preserves many relics in which the Vietnamese party and state leaders used to work during the anti-French war. These vestiges have now been recognized as historical relics for restoration and preservation. Visitors will have the chance to see the pictures and objects of the ethnic city in Viet Bắc. Their culture is depicted through their songs, dances, daily routines and traditional customs. All reflect their love for humans, their home village and country, and their solidarity in building up a prosperous and happy life. Nearly 50 kilometers away from Nguyen City, there is Phượng Hoàng or Phoenix Grotto and Mò Chicken Big Stream, a unique natural eco-tourist spot. Here, visitors can enjoy the fresh air of the quiet mountains and forests. When talking about Phượng Hoàng Grotto and Mò Gà Stream, many tourists share the comment, so interesting and attractive. Nguyen has paid due attention to tourist service, focusing on its hotel and restaurant network. Besides the state-run investment, economic sectors in Nguyen have taken the initiative with infrastructural building for hotels and multi-story resorts to offer the best services. With its traditional hospitality, Nguyen, the homeland of green tea, historical relics and celebrities, has made its mark, including many musical and literary works. In the future, Nguyen tourism sector will provide more investment for further development for the sake of its people and for higher economic value, relying on the local potential strengths. To attract more investors to the province, Nguyen has issued new preferential policies for both domestic and foreign investors. domestic investors will enjoy preferential treatment in land rent and receive financial assistance for accommodation provision and vocational training for workers. They will also be given favorable conditions to access bank loans and softer credit interest. For foreign investors, Nguyen Province applies the lowest price in the framework regulated by the state and offers tax exemptions for land rent within 11 years. Taxes are levied on foreign investor projects with the highest priorities as allowed by the state. Nguyen is also deploying a project on improving investment, speeding up the administrative reforms at relevant agencies, and improving the license procedures on the one-door policy. Accordingly, the Nguyen Planning and Investment Department is authorized to license investment for both domestic and foreign businesses. The government has always attached importance to the development of the Nguyen Province. The Nội Bài-Thái Nguyên Highway is to be built in the near future, linking Nội Bài International Airport in Hanoi to Thái Nguyên Province and City. Thái Nguyên is doing its utmost for investors. The province welcomes investment in tourism, tea and agroforestry product processing, exploitation and processing of minerals and high-tech projects. We firmly believe that in the future, Thái Nguyên will have more opportunities for cooperation with domestic and foreign investors, enabling further development in these exciting and progressive times. We request the honor to welcome you to the land and people of Thái Nguyên.